One. Wow, that sky is really cool. I did some filming here, but the sky just got even better. So I came back. I wasn't expecting a sunset like this, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Try to avoid that. All right, cool. We are right across Garner Expressway in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, North America. It's like a major expressway right across the city. We're by the lake. We're right across the train tracks. And crossing the divide, crossing the tracks and 4 tracks and 6-lane highways over this bridge, and I'm heading to the Roncesvalles area and walking towards Bloor. So I'm walking from south of the city, heading north to a street called Roncesvalles, which is kind of an interesting area, so I'm going to hit it off. The lights are amazing. Oh, the sun just came out of the clouds. That's a good. The birds are pretty too. This construction area here really screws up. That old building and a bar are ruined by this yellow fence. Kind of it is what it is, but the light is fantastic. Sometimes when the light is this good, you just have to take a shot because you're not in the street. Yeah, it's okay. The light's fantastic, but what do you call it? This is Roncesvalles North. This is Queensway, and I think that would be Queen Street. This is King Street, and that would be Queen Street, I guess. And my left, this would be Queensway, and that would be the lake. That's where we came from. I really want to run across the street, but oh, I see the sun went completely back into the clouds, and we lost our golden light in the sky. So it's just like, now it's crap. Alright, so let's cross the sky and see what we're going to get. Is it worth filming here? No. So this will be Queen Street. We're gonna do a walk on this street at one point. This looks interesting. For now, we're gonna head north. Got the McDonald's and the Howard Johnson. How classic is that? How classic is that? Not a very cool shot. While we're waiting. While we're waiting, 5 shots. We're heading north. Make sure I check my camera angles. That looks decent. This is Washington. It's the beginning of the street. Currently, the time is. Not on my phone. 5:18 p.m. March 9 or something, 8 or 9, 2021. roughly within March. The weather is pretty good. It said it was 7 degrees Celsius, which is Fahrenheit about, I don't know, zero, pretty warm. And it's not windy. So I'm wearing again a light jacket. And it's pretty good. Wearing fingerless gloves. You can touch the phone and cameras. And I'm not, I have to take the gloves off. A good pair of fingerless gloves. These are not great in terms of warmth, but a good pair with a good pair of fleece will keep your hands pretty warm, and you still have fingers to play around with, you know, for tying knots if you're camping, messing around with camera gear. You know, you need the finger dexterity. Fingerless are good as long as the gloves itself is pretty warm, and you can get away with a lot. You get away with a lot, and you can still do a lot. This is a great big bike ride. Okay. Blue building. Look at these colors: blue building and a red car. This will be a very a lot of. It's cool the way they choose that paint. You know, a lot of. I'm sure they experimented a lot with the colors. See which one fits better. Glass as well. It's amazing how this phone doesn't have still a lot of payphones around. I don't know if they work or not, but they are there in case. You can smell smoke, somebody smoking a cigarette. It's amazing how, if anybody's smoking a cigarette, you can smell it miles and miles away. You can smell that cigarette from, you know, 100 meters away, pretty much. I like the way they've what this guy's done to this track. I like the paint job on it. It's battle black, matte black. Total stealth. Nobody's gonna find you. Nobody's gonna see you at night. You can totally turn off the lights. You're totally stealth driving your car. Fantastic. If nobody can see you, nobody can hit you. Nobody can hit you. Not a lot of shops here. Very few. I'd like to be more for shops. This salon has got it about for a lease. I just closing or not. Amazing with faded photos. Looks like a good butcher shop. Oh, the light turned pretty cool. What happened to the sky? Let me see. Sky is something. I can smell ice cream. Some sort of cookie ice cream kind of thing. Bakery deli. I think I came here one time. A long time ago. I was doing a street photography with a friend of mine. I think we came here. Ran into an old friend. I walked on this street last, probably 2-3 years ago. With a friend of mine. We came up, we brought cameras, and we photographed the street, did a street photography. All the way from Queen Street all the way up to Bloor. And I thought it was a good street to come back on from it. I've never actually used the city bikes before. I call them city bikes because it's New York, we call them city bikes. But here, I guess they call it bike share bikes. I don't know what they call it here. I'm not finding any good street pictures today. Street photography is all about your mood, if you're in a mood to actually see things or not. And not seeing anything. So I'm just going to film. It's kind of fun. He's got 2 sets of flowers, that guy who passed us, for both of his girlfriends. You know, he's buying them both flowers. And this shawarma place, they got all the pictures on. And wow. Bakery is open.
Say hi.
Kind of an interesting choice there. Like this Playmobil things. I always like those toys, the cat construction toys. They're like, oh, I would have loved to have those when I was a kid. I would have had hours and hours of fun with those. I did take some pictures. Let's see how they turn out. Look how typically Tron toy is that scene. It's a very typical Tron toy art on the wall. You get PTC and the colors. That's it. Another one of these guys with the pictures in the window. That pictures in the window never looks like the food. Sometimes the food looks better, and sometimes Not so.
She doesn't have to go anywhere.
Well, you should warn her that. Walking on a street always ends up making you hungry because this guy's closed. High something, was it high food? Walking on the street, seeing all the fast food pictures and the smells always makes you hungry. That's okay. Well, that's a cool looking church. Heavy columns. Let's go to it. Stay with me, people.
Then they come up to you like...
This guy's good. Today's exercise. I'm trying to walk for about an hour and take some pictures. I noticed that if I walk for about an hour and a half, it's equivalent of me riding my bike for about 20 minutes. So bike riding is a lot more efficient when it comes to getting a good workout than walking. But walking also gives me opportunity to take some pictures and film, and it gives me some visual exercise also. Now biking, you know, it's hard to carry two cameras biking. When I bike, I like to bike more than just taking many pictures. So the walking gives me that opportunity to do both. Variety store. I thought it was. Oh, you know what? That's a variety store. One of those things that a lot of 649. That's an old logo. I don't feel that picture. I don't feel it. I don't feel it. Something here, it's something here, but I don't see it. Sometimes you see a picture, you know it's a picture, it's there. If you look for it, you just can't find it. It's there, but you can't find it. Other times, you know, as you're walking along, pictures just pop at you, left, right, and center. Sometimes you got a hard time looking for it. And today I'm just not seeing a lot. Not seeing a lot. European bakery. I like the way that you can't even see inside. Just people line up to get in. It could be a secret club. It could just say bakery on it, but it could be Chicago. It could be actually a nightclub, and nobody knows about it. You just line up, pretend you're buying bread. Once you get in, you give them a password, the code, and you're dancing. And you're dancing. That's a kind of a lame shot. No people in it. I just like I like this ice thing. I think they're like ridiculous ice. Who's buying ice this time of year? But they're very iconic Toronto boxes. I don't see them anywhere else. Almost every corner store, side store, convenience store has one of these boxes in ice. So I guess traditionally people wanted ice for summer activities, and this guy's selling. I want to get in there and see what they have, but there's nothing I possibly want to buy. So I don't want to go in the store, put my mask on, you know, have everybody running away from me and have nothing in mind to buy, or buy something that I don't need. It's another, there's quite a lot of Lebanese, Middle Eastern restaurants on the street, as well as European stuff. Master Supermarket. The clouds are going to be nice now too, by now. I like. This hamster says no cash. It's very quiet today. I remember last time I came up here walking, it was pretty busy. There's a lot of people out. I mean, it's Monday at 5 o'clock. I guess people are closed and most shops are closed. I thought Toronto was supposed to open up. Toronto was in lockdown for the past 2 months, since December or something like that. And today was supposed to be on a non-lockdown. Okay. Beautiful. Sliced pizza on the street. Yes. Sliced pizza anywhere? Yes. Pizza. Yeah, so I thought today be a Freedom Open Day and people would be on the street just busting it out, but this place is, yeah? Oh. Anyway, so that's how it is. That's how it is. I'm doing a lot of pictures. Not a lot, I've done a few pictures. What they call from the hip, without looking in the camera. You know when there's a nut and there's not a lot of people on the street, it's very difficult to point the camera at people without them thinking you're a freak. So you have to be very quick and spontaneous and without them noticing. Otherwise you're gonna have people be upset. Which is okay. You can always delete the images if they don't like, or apologize and move on. Then you got to be in the mood to argue and debate with people sometimes. So you have to be in the mood for it. I've had a lot of people in New York be very upset, demand that you delete the pictures, that sort of thing. Demand money and all that. We just deal with them. Sure, yeah. You are allowed to take pictures in a public area, but why bother yelling and screaming at people? If they're upset, you're not here to upset people. It's having fun. We gotta watch this streetcar woman, making sure she doesn't get off the tracks. It's a really long streetcar. That's like a. How do they make this thing go around a corner? That's like massive. Oh, whoa, that was interesting, actually. Yeah, so boring. That's like I can't do it. Okay, 1, 2. Oh, I guess there's smaller sections, so they can turn and bend quickly. What street is this? Howard Park. Howard Park Avenue. Howard Park Avenue. So that's where we're at. I don't know exactly where that is. So we'll go a little bit more north, see if we can find any more action. Anything cool and people, somebody doing something crazy. Very quiet today. Quiet. And the lights going down. It's getting dark. And it is what it is. That's an interesting candle. Pretty nice on the corner. You're gonna get a corner unit. They're laughing. They're laughing. That's going up here too. How far are we to Bloor Street? I wonder. Now, once you get this kind of modern looking areas with little indented shops, they don't have the same character as the old traditional shops in any city. It's a guitar store. Mother of hell. Yeah, you don't notice the shops, they all look the same. They totally lack character. It's not like the old school shops where each one is different color and a different logo.
You know what? She's not the only
Everyone has his own thing. It's more interesting. These kind of modern building shops are all identical, which is good because it keeps the design intact. The whole street looks clean. Also boring. So that's why I like older parts of town for walking and shooting. In almost any city, London, New York. I like old parts because they just have the character. Once they put new buildings up, identical to each other, then you get that modern look. So done that. So we walked from Lakeshore Expressway to Dundas Street. I guess this is where Dundas ends and starts. Roncesvalles Avenue. Oh, I think this is where Dundas Street ends. Oh, sorry, it starts. So this is Dundas Street here. This is another bank building that's pretty cool building that Starbucks taken over. So I guess this is Dundas Street here, going downtown Toronto. Dundas continues up there, and Roncesvalles kind of merges into Dundas, and it kind of ends or dies here. So this technically is Dundas. Oh, did I come up Dundas before when I was doing a photo shoot here? I'm not sure, but I remember being here. And I remember my friend taking a cool picture of me here. Whenever there's this kind of three-way intersections, people always honk because they get confused. They don't know which way they're going or coming. So there's always honking. That's good. That's not a bad shot, actually. It's okay. That's cool. That's cool. Somebody's honking crazy. There you go. So this is a nail salon. I like that salon. There's a salon across the street. It's old school. It's called Black and White Marble. Like they do black and white photography. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Toronto is full of these alleyway murals. Kind of very, very cliche for Toronto. Yeah, so let's do a picture here with these two shops there. Oh, there's a car in front of it now. As soon as I wanted to take a photo, we had a truck car parked in front. This is actually a cool store. The lady working in there. I can't see her through the window. Alternation place. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's see if we can get rid of that car, that van. Oh, this is going to be a long intersection, right? Great. Come on, man, move it. Oh, there's a lot of cars too. We might have to burn some time here. Burn some time. Do a couple of cliche shots. Oh, there you go. That opened up. Okay. Put the camera on this. Set it up on that. Wait for people. Wait for people. No cars, no cars. The cars are going. And no, more cars. No, and perfect. I had reflection. Okay. We should get something. I shot quite a bit of frames there on the camera. I've turned the sound off the camera, so you're not going to hear the beeping and clicking. It's like turn it off. And on the street, you get a lot of on the street. You don't want to get a lot of that's another trick. You got to turn off all the sound in the camera for street photography because you know the beeps and the clicks and the motor drive sound, all those are distracting, and people notice you taking pictures of them, and they either pose for you in a kind of a funky way, or they yell at you in a kind of a mean way, or they just want to be your friend in a nice. The whole point of street photography, you have to be discreet. You have to be fly on a wall, fly on a sidewalk. You got to capture the moment without, you know, jumping, being the subject yourself. You know. No problem. Just move it out of yourself. Move it out of yourself. Yeah, so look at this. This is actually interesting. It's another thing. It's a cliche about Toronto. You got this massive lands. Look at this. I can see a CN Tower all the way. Let me just turn down the exposure a bit. There you go. You get all of these Toronto landscapes where there's a lot of empty areas, and you get, for a big city, I think there's 3-4 million, 5 million, pretty big city, biggest city in Canada. For a big city like that, and we're about, I'd say, 4 kilometers from downtown core, the actual downtown area, and then you have these big, massive areas, like you can put thousands of cars in there that are kind of empty and blank. You know, there's just nothing on it, and they're just waiting to develop. Very interesting compared to other big cities, like compared to New York. You're not going to get center of New York, you know, a couple of miles down from Fifth Avenue, this much empty area. You're never going to have that. You might find a kind of like a plot of land or something, but you're not going to get a massive, you know, I mean, this is Bloor Street, so we're like literally 100 meters away from the major street in Toronto that goes downtown. If I turn right, I can be downtown walking. Where is this business done? Yeah, probably walking would be like 45 minutes, I'd say. A fast walk, half an hour downtown. So we are at the church. This is very interesting. I remember this. There's memories for me in this. I used to ride my bike along there, and I used to jump off of there. When I was younger, I wonder if I can still do it. I definitely can ride on it. I don't know if I can jump off it, but maybe I can. I don't know. I don't have a bike to drive. Oh God. Okay, I don't know what they're gonna do with that thing, but they're gonna do something. So that's Bloor Street. That goes downtown, and then that goes uptown, I guess. So here we're gonna end the right here. Let me see if I can take a picture of that lady. But okay, nothing I took today photo-wise I'm excited about. But across the street, and I'm gonna head this way for a while, but I'm gonna end the ride here. Catch you in the next video. Thanks for walking along with me, and see you in the next ride. Bye-bye, signing off. Cut.